Hello, 10th grade. So you've completed pretty much the entire first unit. The last thing we have today is this unit activity. So there's going to be a reading. It's The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, which is by Mark Twain. I'm going to tell you it's a little bit of a difficult read, so I would highly suggest that you listen to it in order to better understand the dialect and like what's happening in the story. I do have a link for you to listen on the slides. So this says the unit activity is participating in a group discussion because we are, um, in this type of environment, we're not actually having a group discussion. But you do want to think about this as like your summative assessment from the unit aside from the post test, which you'll take tomorrow. So the group discussion is going to have its own rubric, as you can see here. And so by group discussion, I'm going to grade you on like the depth of your responses and how you've been able to kind of pull out all of the things that you've learned over this unit from point of view and, narrative and symbolism and all that other good stuff. So you will answer these questions on slide 5. So in what ways is this story considered satire? If you don't know or don't remember what the word satire means, please look it up. What role does the use of dialect play in the story? Dialect refers to the way in which people speak, like accents or special types of words or spellings of words. Would Twain's story be as effective if there was no use of dialect? So determining why the dialect is important is what you'll do in part B. And then in part C, you'll imagine if there were no dialect, if it was just told, regularly or via like modern language today, like language that you're familiar with. Does the story seem realistic or does it seem to be like a tall tale? This is an opinion question, but you should definitely back it up with textual evidence. Does the narrator, how do you sense the narrator feels about his encounter with Simon Mueller? Again, opinion-based question that needs to be supported with textual evidence. What similarities, if any, do Jim Smiley and the narrator share? List the similarities, support with textual evidence. And what kind of commentary on social class and circumstance does Twain provide? Again, make sure you back up with textual evidence. And part H says write your own original thesis that makes significant claims about the story. So if we go back to the group discussion overview, let me find it here. That's the story. Oh, it's at the top. So it's gonna ask you about creating a thesis. Okay, so if you look at this forming your response section right here, it'll give you 2 examples of thesis statements that you can write about that. So it says synthesize and evaluate your thoughts and response, researching and preparing for a discussion, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that. Create an original thesis statement that makes specific claims about a story. Recall what a thesis statement is and a sentence that specifies the primary argument of your speech or your paper. So this will be a really great time for you to practice doing that. I will not take any points off of your assessment as we're practicing writing thesis statements. I will most likely give you some feedback on that. And I believe that slide 5 is the only thing you will have to do. You will not have to do slide 6 because this is about the discussion in itself, which you are not doing. You are just doing the discussion questions. You are not actually having the discussion. All right. And then you just submit for grading. So this will be the end of unit 1. At the end of Unit 1, you will also go back to your first discussion question, and you'll revisit and revise your answer to the discussion question. And that's what you'll do tomorrow after your post-test. Remember that in order to pass summer school, you need to receive 80% mastery on all of these items. And if you not receive 80% mastery, it locks you out and you cannot continue forward until you come have a meet with me via Google Meet. So those meets happen Monday through Thursday from 9 to 11. If you need assistance outside of that window, please email me and we'll set something up to make sure you're getting what you need so you can be promoted to the 11th grade and hang out with me for the rest of the year. All right, I will see you soon. Please let me know if you have questions, comments, concerns, conundrums, or cries of outrage. See you later.